Folks, welcome back to Drawing Conversation. As always, I am your dedicated nerd host and artist, Danny Fisher. And today we're going to be drawing the origin and history of Samurai Jack. And we're doing it right now. As always, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for following along with me on this nerdy adventure. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please support this nerd. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and share this video. But as always, leave a comment below. Let me know how I'm doing and what characters you want to see. Now today, I want to share with you my love for Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack initially aired on Cartoon Network in 1996. It was an American action adventure created by Genndy Tartakovsky. The series spanned 63 episodes. This series was amazing with its fantastic use of color, timing, storytelling, and stunning martial arts. Not to mention its unique approach to each and every episode, as well as unique characters. As a result, earning 8 Emmy Awards, 4 Annie Awards, an ANSI Award, and an Ottawa International Animation Festival Award. To say this series was great is a massive understatement. Now, most of you are probably familiar with an overview of Samurai Jack, but I want to dig way back in the series' fictional history to the very beginning of the fictional universe. Now, when this universe was first born, a great darkness emerged. And as it grew and tried to spread, 3 of the oldest gods rose to stop it. They were Odin, Ra, and Rama. The 3 rode to confront this evil and battled it for what seemed to last an eternity. In the end, they purged the universe of this evil, or so they thought. You see, in the battle, just the smallest of slivers escaped and drifted throughout the universe until one day it just happened to land on Earth. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Lucky us. While on Earth, the evil began to grow, spreading in the shadows until one day this blight happens upon an ancient, feudal Japanese village. The local people discover the evil as it spreads into their village, and the emperor gathers his finest warriors and rode out to stop it. Unfortunately, the emperor's forces were wiped out in the attempt. Only the emperor remained, armed with an arrow that was blessed by holy monks to stop this evil. The emperor fired his arrow directly into the heart of this darkness. Sadly, the arrow had an unforeseen consequence. You see, the arrow that was supposed to destroy the darkness instead gave it sentience, and Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, the shogun of sorrow, the immortal demon, was born. And I have to mention that I don't think Aku would have been half as memorable if it wasn't for the amazing voice acting of Mako Iwamatsu. Aku is not only able to shapeshift into anything, he can teleport. He is immortal and an immensely powerful telepath. He is also invulnerable to all mortal-made weapons. Now, what is the Emperor to do but watch his country be destroyed? I mean, come on! How does a mere human fight something like this? Well, as fate would have it, the Emperor is taken to the gods by a magical horse, where a portion of his very soul is used to forge a sword. Not just any sword, a holy katana blade designed to vanquish evil. It is unbreakable, will never rust or dull, and can never be used to harm an innocent. Using this sword, the Emperor returns to his village, battles Aku, defeating and trapping him in a tree, never to return. Pretty awesome, right? Well, real evil can never stay buried forever, and that's the case with Aku. After all, the name Aku, translated in Japanese, is evil. Now, during a rare solar eclipse, Aku summons just enough strength to escape the tree and begins his conquest to take over the world once more. The Emperor at this point, still alive, so yeah, that really didn't take long, and knows that the world needs a champion. He sends his very young son to start his training abroad. We'll call him Jack, because we never really find out his true name. Jack's just the name that everyone calls him. Jack is first sent to Arabia to learn horseback riding, then to Africa to learn the art of staff fighting, on to Egypt to be taught by the finest scholars, traveling to Greece to learn wrestling, sent to England to study archery, then becoming a member of a Viking longboat to learn to navigate the high seas, off to Russia to learn axe throwing, ever onward, going to Mongolia and taught horseback combat, and finally ending in China to learn the ways of the Shaolin monks. After completing these extreme lessons and growing into a young man, he is finally reunited with his family, who at this point have become enslaved by Aku. Jack is given the sword of his father and sent to end the evil that is Aku. Soon after, Jack finds Aku and defeats him, but before Jack could strike the final blow, Aku tears open a portal in time and throws Jack into the far future, where Aku's power is the unquestionable law of the land. Samurai Jack now finds himself in a time and place that's completely foreign, a place ruled by Aku's iron fist, filled with robots, aliens, and all manner of android creatures. His mission? Find a way back to the past and destroy Aku before he can rise to power. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you craft a lore and a fictional history. What is so fascinating to me is how each episode is unique. The landscapes in each episode was never the same. One episode in the jungle, the next in the high seas, from deserts to underwater missions, and some episodes in outer space. You always have a fresh color palette to consume, and a new and more challenging task for Jack to complete. Because at the core of this series, it's not just battling the demon Aku, but battling the demons within. And I want to call out some of my favorite episodes and characters, in no particular order. We start with the demon known as Demongo. Early in the episode, he is introduced as Aku's most powerful minion, one who has never failed him and has never been defeated. Aku sets Demongo on Jack, and the battle is spectacular. You see, Demongo has the ability to capture the essence of warriors and creatures he's defeated, and then trapping them inside of a pocket dimension, inside his body. He can then call them forward through dark magic to fight at his command in a seemingly endless stream. Think of Pokemon, but more sinister. Just when you think Jack is helpless and almost exhausted from fighting this endless horde of enemies, he finds the answer is within. Well, within Demongo, to be exact. Jack hitches a ride on one of the trapped warrior's essence and is transported back inside Demongo's pocket dimension. Jack then frees them from the imprisonment inside Demongo, leaving the villain to face the horde of warriors now free and seeking vengeance. Up next is X-49. He was one of the first creations of Aku's scientists to manufacture an elite fighting force to help enslave the world faster. What was unique about X-49 is that he had an emotion chip implanted, and this gave him feelings. These feelings gave him an edge that none of his other counterparts did, and after completing countless years of service, he's the last of his models to survive and sent off into retirement. While in retirement, he finds a pug and names her Lulu. Sweet thing. In this episode, Aku captures Lulu and forces X-49 out of retirement to kill Samurai Jack. Poor Lulu. Sweet thing. What is incredible about the episode is the noir color palette used, and this story is 100% told through X-49's point of view. You never hear Jack speak once. And this episode is truly a tragic ending. Now, you can't talk about Samurai Jack without talking about the Scotsman. This guy is just the best. When he's first introduced, he's playing his bagpipes, and he and Samurai Jack come to an impasse. The Scotsman, being armed with a magical, unbreakable sword of his own and standing as a mountain of a man, is an equal to Samurai Jack. Neither is willing or able to back down, and after a stream of the most unique and hilarious insults, an epic battle ensues. A battle that lasts for literally days. After they fight to virtually a standstill, they are interrupted by minions of Aku and have to put aside their battle in order to escape. By the end of the episode, they realize they have more in common than they could have guessed and depart as comrades. The Scotsman is one of the very few characters to continue to make return appearances and goes down as one of the most memorable in the series. As I mentioned before, the show was genuinely about defeating inner demons, and nowhere is that demonstrated better than in episode Jack versus Mad Jack. The episode begins with our hero coming under attack by almost 24 different bounty hunters. After defeating them with ease, Aku realizes that there is no fighting style that can defeat Jack, so he has a eureka moment. He decides to make a shadow copy of Jack and pit him against himself. Fueled by Jack's anger, this shadow form of Jack is just as skilled and virtually inexhaustible. Jack finally realizes that the thing he truly is fighting is his inner anger and rage. The end of this tale leaves Jack with an even greater mastery of himself and that much closer to finding his way back to the past. This fight is not only epic in the martial arts, but a triumph in storytelling and a masterclass of color theory and art. Speaking of art, I need to call out the battle with Shinobi. This is a ninja robot assassin trained personally by Aku, and as such, this ninja is one of Aku's most difficult adversaries. The battle is fierce and amazing, but it's not just the stunning martial arts that makes this episode amazing. It is the use of positive and negative space, the simple use of contrasting colors that almost draw the viewer into moments of vertigo. The classic samurai versus ninja, light versus dark. The artists used the most simple and basic lines and forms, but achieve a level of complexity and storytelling that even the most modern CGI movies just failed to deliver. And as an artist, I've got to say this is my favorite episode. Genndy Tartakovsky is a huge Frank Miller fan, as most artists are, myself included. And this episode is such a strong homage to the comic series. The story is simple. Sparta is under invasion by an evil horde of Minotaur robots, and Samurai Jack is the only one who can help them out. After Jack happens upon the battle, he can't help but lend his steel to the Spartans' cause. In the end, Jack succeeds in stopping the robotic evil and bringing peace to Sparta and becoming a legend to the Spartan people in their story of the Brave 300 plus one. Now at this point, I've only called out episodes and characters from season 1 through 4. And I'm not even going to touch season 5 or if Jack makes it back to the past. You see, I had to wait 13 years to find out how Jack's story ends. And you, my friend, well, all you have to do is jump on your favorite streaming platform and binge it all right now. So go right now and watch Samurai Jack. You will not be disappointed. Now guys, thank you so much for watching my take on Samurai Jack. Hey, if you like this episode, please subscribe, like, turn on those notifications, and leave a comment below. Let me know how I'm doing, and I will talk to you again soon.